Hey YouTube, welcome back to Universe X, and today we are going to go over even more Cumber spoilers. I've already started to soundproofing the room. We're not quite there yet, can only do so much this morning because the foam pads needed to sit for a bit and I just got them recently. So, with that being said, I hope the sound quality is a little better. By the time we hit our next video, it'll definitely be a lot better, and we're gonna dive right into it. Right before we get into the meat and potatoes, we are getting a lot of spoilers for power absorption. We're gonna be breaking those up every other day, every 3 days, depending on how juicy the spoilers are. So here we are. We're gonna be flip-flopping between Dragon Ball Super and One Piece content, so I hope you guys like both, or just like the channel enough to peek on whatever one you don't like. But if you'd like to support Universe X, you can always go down, like the video, comment so the video trends, free help, and then if you want, you can subscribe so you never miss a beat here at Universe X. Discord info is in the description, so we can talk about plenty of other things outside of the videos. And yeah, so let us get into the first couple cards and see what's up. All right, smugness aside, I have to say I was right about this one. We're gonna put it up, Prison Planet. It is a 7-cost field, so it's gonna be immune to some of the field destruction in the game. That's pretty cool. It's also got barrier, and that really helps a lot, more than anything else actually. So permanent, mono black sand cards with a combo cost of 1 and 5k combo power in your hand and battle area have their combo cost reduced by 1, making it so that you can actually make quite a lot of support for this archetype and not have it be cannibalized by other black sand leaders such as Dark Broly or Gogeta Zeno, Goku Zeno, things like that. But most importantly, permanent. When using your Foo's Overrealm to choose a servant card, you may choose cards in your opponent's battle area. This is one of the most important things, and it's what I theorized in my last video, just looking at some of these cards. And so this also lets me know that we're likely going to get at least 1, maybe even 2 more Foo's that are going to have servant. We've already got the Z battle that has barrier and deflect. That's meant to be your cornerstone rock. People have to go out of their way to interact with it because it has barrier, and it's going to allow you to overlord one of your opponent's cards per turn, so you don't have to just straight up give your opponent a gajillion cards from your hand. You can give it to them, then get an extra draw off the effect. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. Nothing really much to say about this. I think this is a great enabler, and I like it when an archetype is made like this. And what I mean by this is the leader and the field card enable the archetype, and that means they can put as much power as they want in the archetype, knowing that it's not going to become a problem outside of this deck. And if they ever need to trim it, they don't need to change the leader or the field card. They just need to limit or errata an individual card in the archetype, which is better, much better. So moving on to the next one, we're gonna go to the Z Awaken for Cumber. You got Super Saiyan Cumber Battle Frenzy. For some reason, I actually like him better as a Saiyan than a Super Saiyan. He looks kind of goofy with the golden hair, I'm not gonna front. But Z Awaken, you got black when your life is at 3 or less, black Cumber, so that's already kind of a hefty requirement. You gotta be a little low. Auto, when this card attacks, draw 1 card, then choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards, and it gains servant until the end of your opponent's next turn, okay? Activate battle once per turn. If this card is in a battle, choose up to 2 of your opponent's battle cards, servant, and use them in a combo in your combo area. 20k. This is the biggest part about this. This is actually pretty crazy. So once he's Z Awaken, you're going to be able to start yoinking your opponent's cards with the swiftness. Like actually straight up just, you have servant, and I'm swinging and I'm taking this card and using it as a combo. Even if they only have 1 battle card on the board, you're still going to be going up to 25 and removing a battle card that doesn't have barrier. This is going to be crazy because this leader is going to start tearing through your opponent's board state. Not to mention, it's also activate once per battle. So if there are other effects that make lingering servant, your opponent's going to be even weird to, kind of get attacks on you, because they'll have to swing on you and immediately try to combo off everything that has servant, because if they don't, you're just going to activate battle and go up to 30k by comboing with 2 of their cards. So it's going to make your opponent play things a lot differently. Now, we're going to move over to the next one. You've got Cumber Captive Fighter, 2-drop Z battle card. We knew this was going to have to be a card because the Fu has a Z stack ability that puts this card under it and then allows you to play it for 1. So auto, when this card is played or attacked, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards, energy cost of 4 or less. It gains servant until the end of your opponent's next turn. Now, once again, this is going to be really interesting because you're going to be able to use this guy, right? swing with for 15, give one of your opponent's battle cards servant. Then you're going to be able to swing with your Z leader, you know, if that's set up, or just use your normal leader's ability, but you can swing with your Z leader, and that's going to give another card. You're gonna draw a card, give another card servant, then move into the activate battle, and before your opponent can combo with anything, you're gonna be able to take both of those cards and make them combos. Bring this guy to a 30K. For some reason, 30K Black Sand just kind of seems like thematic. It's just, at this point, what the game is doing. Next, you've got Evil Sand, Thirsting for Battle. Auto, if your leader is a Evil Sand or Cumber, both black, look when this card is played, look at up to 5 cards from the top of your deck, add up to 1 Fu or Sand card, both black with an energy cost of 6 or less, or 1 Fu, all according to plan, amongst them to your hand, and shuffle your deck. So the first thing I'm gonna do here, right? First thing, very first thing, we're just gonna. Sometimes these cards be snitching on themselves, right? It does not look like we have a Fu all according to plan. Like, we just don't. Just had to look that up. Yeah, so we don't have a Fu all according to plan as far as I can see. And that means that this is going to be one of 2 things. One, it's going to be a Fu card we don't have, likely with Overlord. I keep saying Overwhelm. 2, this is going to be a 7 cost or higher Fu, because otherwise they wouldn't need to say or this Fu, because it would just be searched because it's a 6 or less black Fu. So this is going to be a 7 drop or higher Fu, mainly a boss card. We're gonna see something nasty on this. We now know multiple cards that haven't been spoiled yet. We're gonna get an 8 drop Cumber. We're going to, and when you're gonna see the spoiler for that a little later, we're gonna get a Mai in black because the trunk spoiled that. And we're gonna get this 7 drop or higher Fu, all according to plan, from the next spoiler. So we got a lot of gas still coming in this set. Probably 2 SRs. I'm guessing the 8 drop and the Fu will both be SRs. That's just me though. So I think that's pretty cool. Searcher gave away a lot. It's also really cool that it searches up a black Sand card, because that's actually a whole lot. Now let's actually talk about how this card, adding up to 1 Fu that's black with 6K or less, or 6 cost or less, you're gonna be able to grab things like Banish or Fu. So you're gonna be able to grab hard removal from the Overwhelm slot and be able to play that. That's actually really, really nice to be able to fetch that. You're also going to be able to do things like search a plethora of Black Sands. I'm not sure if you can fit any Xeno pieces in here, but don't forget that this card can search Thwarting the Dark Empire, SS3. This card can also search things like, actually it just searches a lot. It searches Beyond the Limits Goku. It searches whatever the 6 drop Vegeta is, that's going to just make your opponent warp a card from hand. Like, this searches quite a lot in black between the Fus and the Black Sands, and so I'm already here for it. I think this is a really, really good searcher that allows you to tech quite a lot in the deck because it's going to be able to search a lot. Moving on to the next card, you got Evil Sand, Incipient Malice. Super combo, auto, if your leader card is a black card and your leader is a Z leader, your leader is a leader, or you have 2 or more Z energy or a Z battle card in play when this card is used in combo, draw 1 card. Frankly, I think black has enough Awakeners with like Son Goku, True Fighting Grit and stuff like that, True Fighting Spirit. I think you really have enough self-awakeners to get down to 4 and just use the Vegeta super combo, which is going to be inherently just better. I mean, you're going up 10K, you're discarding a card, or you're bottom decking card, you're drawing 2 cards, better filter. This though is a 10K, and you're going to be able to use that. And since black did not have a presence like this in Dawn of the Z Legends or Fighters Ambition, you're going to, well, I guess they did in Dawn of the Z Legend, but not Fighters Ambition. There's just one more super combo that's gonna work. And it's a Black Sand, so you can search it off quite a bit. So that's cool, but I think that Vegeta is going to be better in just getting down to, you know, it's 5 life, 4 life. Now the last card that we have to talk about today was released not today, but yesterday. This is SSB Vegito Supreme Gleaming. That name just sounds funny. His drip is immaculate. You've got Barrier and Blocker, which are 2 very powerful keywords. Union Patara, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards, send it to its owner's warp, and draw 1 card. This is crazy. Son Goku and Vegeta. All right. Permanent, this card is played from your hand in your opponent's battle area, and when choosing cards to use with this card's Union skill from your hand, you can choose battle cards you own in your opponent's battle area. Auto, when your life is at 4 or more and and your opponent's leader is a black Cumber card, when this card is played for the turn, if your opponent's evil Saiyan or Cumber card, both black with an energy cost of 8, is attacking and in battle, you can't activate counter skills. So there's a whole lot to unpack with this card, right? A whole lot. We are going to first go into Cumber's SER, right? When we go into the Cumber SER, it is an 8 cost. And we're going to get into this. It's ultimate 8 auto if your opponent's life is 2 or more. When this card is played, look at the top of your opponent's life, or look at your opponent's life, send it to 1 card, and energy cost of 7 or less from your opponent's warp, or to your opponent's warp. Then your opponent shuffles their life, and then play up to 1 battle card with a cost of 7 or less from your opponent's warp in your battle area with a skills negated for the turn, or for the game. Auto, once per turn, when your opponent plays a battle card with an energy cost of 7 or less, you may send one of your opponent's, or one of your battle cards to its owner's warp. If you do, gain control of the played card. I mean, that's pretty cool. Activate main, black. If your opponent has 3 or more energy, and you can play this card from your hand or warp, then choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, and send it to the owner's warp. So here's actually something really cool, right? When your opponent plays a battle card, I want to know, I'm gonna ask some judges, see if they can comment on this video, but if you have the 8-drop Cumber out, I guess it wouldn't, if you have the 8-drop Cumber out, right? No, it wouldn't be good to snatch it before, so never mind. You wouldn't want to snatch this card before you get the attack off. But just know that the 8-drop Cumber already is going to be able to swing and your opponent can't counter, but they can block with this, and that's not cool. So maybe I'm assuming we're gonna get another 8-drop Cumber, and I assume that 8-drop Cumber is going to have a way to steal this in the activate battle step. Because if you think about it, when you swing, this auto will, if you're at 4 life or more, this auto is going to prevent you from countering the 8-drop Cumber. Now, if Cumber has a activate battle, or not even activate battle, an auto on swing that can somehow steal this, your opponent can't block with it either. And you can potentially set yourself up for maybe even an EX evolve that's like Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Vegito, because he was in this arc heavy. So the way I'm seeing it, we've got a really cool setup. You're going to be able to do quite a lot. You play your Vegeta and your Gokus for free in this deck to your opponent's side of the board. And when you do this, you're gonna be able to be like, okay, well, I am now going to just hit you with the Riz, and I'm going to warp another battle card on your board, draw a card, then play this to your side of the field. Then I'm going to swing my 8-drop Cumber at your 4 life. He could very well be triple strike, double strike, and you can't counter. Then if this archetype is created and crafted well, I'm going to somehow take this away from you. So I have a barrier blocker and you no longer can block with it. So I'm thinking that this is going to be a really cool effect, and we still have a lot of cards to see. Like I said, we're definitely expecting from these effects, another 8-drop Cumber boss card. We're expecting maybe a grade 8 Cumber. We are looking at another Fu card. It's 7 or more. We're looking at a Maya card, and I would not be surprised if they really wanted to spice it up if we got a Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Vegito, either in this set, the TPs, something like that. Because it is kind of setting up to be a lot of black. We have a SR Goku. I'm assuming the Fu and the Cumber are going to be SRs, and I can't see a SSB Vegito that has Kaioken not being an SR or higher. So maybe that's too much to say 4 SRs in black. I'd have to check the previous sets to see if they really went that hard. But that being said, I think we're in a pretty good position. Let me actually check this up, okay? I think this is worth looking up to see if they had that many SRs in other colors, because maybe this is just black's time, right? Like going into blue for Fighter's Ambition, whenever it wants to load, because it's not loading. Off the top of my head, I know, all right, so we had Beerus, we had the Goku Z Battle, we had the Piccolo, and we had, wow. Yeah, Beerus Z Battle, Goku Z Battle, Piccolo, and the Eternal Rivals. So there was 4 SRs in blue. There was, let's see, green real quick. Green had the Unleashed Power, that board wipe. Green had the Jiren. Green had the Gogeta. And is that it? Is that it. I think that actually is it for green. Jiren, Gogeta Blue. Oh, the Broly and the, okay, so green had 4. All right, actually, you know what? I might take that back. If there are supposed to be 4 SRs, yeah, even looking at red has the trio, red has the Spirit Bomb Goku, red has the Android 13, and I think red was the one that didn't get another one. I think red only has 3, if I'm not mistaken, which is not bad. And yellow off the rip had we had the swap Goku. Yeah, actually no, yeah, yellow had a lot. Yellow has the Lord Slug, the swap Piccolo and Gohan, the Special Beam Cannon Kamehameha and Gohan, and it has the, is there one more? No, I think that's it actually. So yeah, that's pretty tight. I think, yeah, we're seeing a whole lot of SRs. Yeah, so if that's the case, Black could just be getting their time to shine. Black could have 4 SRs, and those SRs could be the Goku we've seen, the Fu coming, the 8-drop Cumber coming, and then on top of that, maybe an SSB Kaioken Vegito, and that would round it out to 4. Especially since they really haven't been getting much love for the rest of the set, or the current sets for the Zenkai series. So, with that being said, I hope that you guys got a kick out of this video. We were able to talk about quite a lot, and I think we can kind of see where this archetype is going in the future. Spoilers. We probably got a couple more days of this, and then you know, it's Friday right now, so we got Saturday and Sunday, and then we're probably moving on to a new color unless there's even more black cards. So I'm very excited. I am very, very excited to know what you guys think. Leave it down in the comments, let me know, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for joining Universe X. Later.